Tell me about Supersapiens, sort of the inspiration behind this concept and this amazing product that you're bringing to market.
Yeah, so it's when we got glucose to the bike computer, like I knew like this is the best invention I'd had in my 37 or whatever years it was
Right.
with diabetes. I was like, I got to bring this to market. But as I kept showing it to other athletes, like business leaders, advisors, entrepreneurs, I kept hearing the same thing. I don't have diabetes, but I'd buy that. I bonked before. I've run out of energy. I'd buy that. I'd buy that. And so I started rethinking it. Like, wow, it's not just people with diabetes who need this information. It's the athletes want this information. And so originally the concept was, let's put this on athletes during events so that they can prevent the bonk or stop hitting the wall. But as we started putting on more people, we realized there's the on hours when you're exercising where that information is vitally important to success. But then we started seeing all these benefits in the off hours when you're not exercising. So from diet validation to how you're going to plan your fueling strategy leading up to training or racing. And then more importantly, like what are the recovery protocols? And so started to see mass benefits for our trial users and just the 24 hours around the clock. So when I approached Abbott, back in May of 2019 with the concept and what we wanted to do, it was, do you have a name or do you have a company? I said, well, technically, yes. Do you have employees? Technically, no. But I've got some people who, if I could get a sensor partner, would quit their day jobs and come on. And, they said, do you have a business plan? I said, no. They said, well, create all that and come back to me. And so I came back in June 2019 and with a full Supersapiens brand identity, what we wanted to do for athletes of the world. And, a week later, it was verified that we would go into business together. And then, so went about, once, I was at lunch with Todd, Brian, and Jay when that email came through, and they both said, all right, we'll come work for you. And, so I invested the first chunk of capital into the company to hire my first 3 employees. And then we got Gagan on board as chief technology officer and, spent the past, call it, almost 2 years now, raising the money to build the ecosystem, build the app, do the integration.
Right. The app is beautiful. Technology. It's a great app.
Thank you so much.
Lots of good information.
Yeah, it's good now, but we still, it's far from perfect, right? And what I've been really proud of is that we've got some phenomenal early adopters in the EU who have been really willing to share what they liked, what they loved about the app, which we hear a lot of that, and thank you. But also things that we could do better. And we're here to serve the athletes, and if we haven't solved for something and they really want it, then that means we need to put that into the ecosystem. So continually to develop a better mousetrap, so that we can deliver more value through the app. And then in the not too distant future, we'll be able to get the products into the ecosystems of the athletes. So, having it on my Wahoo is the reason we exist. And so I'm testing a beta version with Garmin now. A beta with Wahoo will be coming now. And, soon we can bring this, just like if you're a cyclist with, get on a bike and you don't have power, what do I do if you don't have glucose or heart rate? Well, the thing that allows you to push the heart rate you want or the power you want is having the right amount of glucose in your blood. And when we can help people to visualize all of those data points and how they correlate with each other and how that translates to feeling, then it's going to be that tool that you're at a disadvantage if you're not using. And so I'm just, we've been a part of a few records so far. We've had it on athletes winning Ironman. We had it, on a recent world record, which call it little Everstein challenge, which fueling was a key part of that success. We've got the fastest runner in the world, former winners of the Tour de France who are on it and loving it. And then I've got people who write to me and say, Phil, the only thing you would call me an athlete is because I have a pair of running shoes collecting dust in my closet. But this app has helped guide me to become a healthier person. And, now I'm taking control of my health in a manner that I've never done before. So it's been interesting just to see like the full spectrum of people.